there, folks, and welcome back to the Grave Consequences podcast. My name is Caleb Baldwin. You can follow me on Twitter at IamCalebB, and follow my friend, co-host, and producer, Greg. Almost called you Eddie, man. I'm thinking I'm on another show. Anyway,
that's just because you're racist.
Exactly. Yeah, all the white people look the same to me.
Yep.
Follow my friend Greg at xmaserati on Twitter. At GC_cast is our Twitter account that neither of us ever use.
Nope.
And check me out every Wednesday night right after AEW Dynamite on Eddie and Caleb's HeroCast. And check out everything else here on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. Please rate, review, and follow on Apple Podcast. Pardon me. We are here to review Season 3, Episode 10 of Lucha Underground, and the working title of that episode was Ready for War, but I have an alternate title here, and that would be Grave Consequences, Boyle Heights Drift.
Tokyo Drift.
Oh, man. Yeah, Lucas Black comes in, kid from Sling Blade. Anyway.
Yeah, you're definitely tired, bro.
Also, I want you guys to retroactively, we're not going to change the title on the publishing, but retroactively, I want you to think of the Graver Consequences episode as Too Grave, Two Consequences. And then if there's a fourth one, which I think there is, The Grave, The Consequences.
And I want everyone to go and rate every other Social Suplex podcast 1 star less than us.
Yes. Not 1 star, just 1 star less.
Just less. Like, their 4s make us a 5.
Yes.
As I've said, or maybe I didn't say it on the air, this is a labor of spite.
You didn't say it on the air. I called it a labor of love, and Greg referred to it as a labor of spite. Yeah. And that's where we're at, man. We have a great working relationship with everyone here on the network. So, before we get started on the action tonight, we have got Katrina talking to Mil Muertes in the back in somewhere, maybe in hell for all we know. Anyway, she tells Mil, she's like, hey, like, I've brought you back twice now. If you lose again, you're not coming back. Like, we're done. So a lot of pressure for Pascual Mendoza, actually, not just for Mil Muertes.
Well, I mean, he has been kind of. He's dropped on the card a bit. You know, she's kind of right. He used to be champion, and now he's kind of like, he's lost to Matanza.
Yeah.
He's lost to Puma.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not having a great time right now.
No. He is definitely in a rebuild right now. And we're going to get right into it. Believers Backlash, Famous B versus Masquerita Sagrada. And I love this. The crowd was chanting, "You're not famous." I love something so simple, and yet it's just right there, and the crowd takes to it. I love it. Good stuff.
They have a great crowd at Lucha Underground. It's a very, happy to be there crowd, very interactive.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for a better crowd.
Yeah. Okay, I love this spot as well. At one point, Masquerita takes some shoulder pads, puts them on, and then he puts on a football helmet, supposedly from a local high school, and then he gores Famous B, and I believe he does so in the crotch as well.
This match was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was way more fun than it should have been. It's the best Masquerita match.
Yeah.
Easily. Like this, I had a blast. Like as you said on the previous episode, a Believer's Backlash, like I was confused. I was like, because I don't like that match because it's a little too dangerous for the wrestlers to let, people hit them.
Yeah.
It's, just because someone could swing for the face. It's just, people are shitty.
Yeah.
You live on the East Coast. You know that. And that's, people are like, oh, why do they always have attitudes? Because we know people. Because we're bunched up together. We know people are dickheads. There's always one person ruining it for everybody. So I didn't like that. But this turned into like an old school ECW match where people would just hold items out and the wrestler could grab it and use it, which is better, I think, because we can trust the wrestler to, unless you're fighting New Jack, you can trust the wrestler to not try to actually hurt you.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. Masquerita eventually goes under the ring, and Matt Stryker and Vampiro are anticipating what's he going to pull out, how big's the ladder going to be, and it's a step ladder.
But they go for these jokes and they land though. It's great.
Absolutely. Speaking of landing, Masquerita takes the step ladder, puts it on top of the announce table, goes to the top of the step ladder, and hits an elbow drop on Famous B, and the crowd just loves it. And the crowd, including Vampiro and Matt Stryker, at one point, the beautiful Brenda distracts Masquerita Sagrada, and Famous B hits a super kick.
He had a few nasty super kicks. They were great. I mean, it is funny. Vampiro is right. It is funny watching Masquerita get super kicked by a fully grown man. And I think Famous B's kind of tall, too. He's like 6 feet.
Yeah. Something like that. Famous B at one point grabs a bag of popcorn, and then I believe he gets like a thrust kick or something. So he gets taken down somehow because he ends up covered in popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just covered. Masquerita Sagrada gets thrown in the trash, and then he comes out, and Matt Stryker says with a really good Oscar the Grouch impersonation. What? Oscar the Grouch got a shout out on this episode. Greg, did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Just letting everything breathe, huh?
That's my signature dead silence.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Anyway. Masquerita gets a wizard hat and a wand, and then uses his magic, to create a bowling ball.
I love this match so much.
Complete with sound effects too, bro. I love when they add sound effects post, man.
I mean, wrestling is fake, so you have fun with it, right?
Exactly. And this match was fun. It really was, man. It's definitely a completely different tone from the main event tonight, but it was really fun. Anyway, Masquerita takes the bowling ball, and with a better roll than Jesus Quintana, hits Famous B in the nuts.
Dude, it was so funny. Can you see this match being a main event on another show? I could have.
Maybe like GCW.
No, I mean on Lucha Underground. Like this could
yeah, for sure.
Like this was way better than it had any right being as an opening match. Like this was, and one thing I was thinking, like all of the Masquerita's weight is in one centralized area.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it hurts taking that like elbow drop from him. I wonder if it hurt more.
It could for sure.
Or at least equally.
Yeah. Dr. Wagner Jr. runs interference, and he was going to hit Masquerita Sagrada with a picture, but Famous B stops him because it's a picture of Famous B.
As you do. I mean, he's got that narcissism.
Yeah, that vanity. I know all about that. I'm pretty vain myself. Oh my gosh. Masquerita hits Famous B with the picture after Son of Havoc runs counter interference, and the beautiful Brenda gets cream pie.
Yeah, Matt Stryker, she takes a cream pie to the face, and Matt Stryker goes out of his way. And this was like, what, 2017?
I believe 16. It was mid 2016.
Still 2016?
Yeah, they started season 3 super early. Like they started season 3 like 6 weeks after the second season ended.
Okay, well, it may not have flown nowadays, but back then it was a perfectly fine time to make a cream pie joke, as he does, and he makes sure to painfully make it as clear as day what he's alluding to.
Exactly. Masquerita eventually gets one of Matt Stryker's shoes and hits Famous B with it, and then he hits a tornado DDT.
Yeah, the shoe strike was a reference, or at least a callback to how the feud started when.
Yes.
And he made sure to get a big boot. Was it Strikers or Vampiros?
It was Matt Stryker's, because Matt Stryker's like, I can assist, no problem.
And he's like, you know what they say about big feet? Vampiro said, yeah, they got big socks.
Big socks, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love the stupid dad jokes.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Masquerita Sagrada gets the win. Sweet victory, sweet redemption, sweet validation, all of that. And then Son of Havoc takes this cardboard cutout we had, and Famous B's head is cut off.
Yeah, I didn't notice that cut out the whole match, but it apparently it was there the whole time.
Yeah, it was in the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After that, and this was a nice moment of like, okay, Masquerita is being accepted. Masquerita got his cut from the MC from Son of Havoc, so Masquerita's part of the gang now.
Boop, boop. I mean, that was kind of touching, but
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't go anywhere, folks. So don't worry.
No,
It's one and done.
like I feel like that might be the last they mention of it. To be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. After that, we cut to the back, and I guess I'm used to talking about Top Flight because I wrote down Dante Martin, but Dante Fox, if you will, the former or the I guess current former whatever. In here, he's Dante Fox. Anyway, is getting ready in the locker room. This is when Killshot shows up, and Killshot's like, "I get why you did what you did. I'm just happy to have you home, brother." And Dante says, "You know what? Tonight we stand united, just like old times, brother." And the way he says "brother," it's like don't trust him. Spoiler, just don't trust him.
Yeah, they make it pretty clear that they're both facetious when they say it.
Yes, for sure. After that, we cut to Cobra Moon and Drago in the back, and apparently in this we find out Daga was maybe killed by someone named Pindar.
Dude, I wrote that down because they must have done that just like not even
off
in
screen.
a segment. Yeah, like I don't. Yeah. And spoiler, Daga's not dead.
Yeah,
he comes back. So I don't know why they said that. I don't know if that was maybe a continuity issue, like they meant to and didn't.
Yeah, and then maybe they changed their mind or something. I don't know.
Because he comes back. Like, it's not even a big spoiler.
Also, yeah, you guys are going to love Pindar. You know him very well now.
Vibora, they know very well.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else then. Pardon me.
No, I wrote down who's Pindar, and I didn't remember it until we started recording today. I don't know who he is.
So Pindar is not the guy I'm thinking of?
Vibora is the tall one.
Okay, gotcha.
Pindar is the stocky one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. After that, oh, by the way, Vinny Massaro shows up again. And he's like, you know what, guys? I'm going to go use the ladies' room. And then he farts as he walks off.
Yeah, this story needs to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, we need Vinny Massaro to shit his pants.
He just starts sharding.
Yes.
He goes on this quest where he's trying to find out who shit his pants.
It was yes. And it's like Sixth Sense Bruce Willis style.
He's like, one day I'll find out who shit my pants.
Oh my god, I love it. Hey,
that should be the title.
Yeah, no, but Grave Consequences, Boyle Heights Drift. Or no, just Boyle Heights Drift, because it'd be pretty stupid for the title to read The Grave Consequences Podcast. Grave Consequences, Boyle Heights Drift. So yeah, just Boyle Heights Drift.
Yeah, no worries.
Either way. This Atomicos match, it's 5-on-5. And I believe that this is for 5. Yeah, this is for 5 spots in Aztec Warfare. And this is very much, this has Dario's fingerprints all over it. We've got Marty the Moth, the Mariposa, the Mac, Evilise, and Jeremiah Crane, the debuting Jeremiah Crane, Sammy Callahan, against Killshot, Arhenis, Dante Fox, Tejano, and Cage.
Yeah, it's they. Do they have enough people to like really be eliminating 5 people like that though?
I feel like they flesh it out.
Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't do like a 15-person Aztec Warfare. So yeah, they've got the bodies for sure.
Okay. No, I just thought it was weird because like we haven't seen some people, King Cuerno, for example. Yeah. There's people that have disappeared, and it just doesn't. And I'm bad at this, like admittedly. Like I remember when AEW was coming around, I was like, man, I think they need more tag teams, and everybody in the group chat just like reminded me how stupid I am, and how I shouldn't have opinions because I'm so stupid.
Yes.
So I'm very bad at looking at a roster and like admittedly going like, okay, this is enough people. I'm bad at it.
Yeah.
So it just seemed like 5 people. Like wow, and Arhennis is a jobber.
Yeah.
In Lucha, so you can feed him to somebody.
Well, Arhennis should have been your first hint that like, oh, the Marty team's gonna win.
Quite true. Quite true.
I'm just saying, man. And then you consider that, Dante and Killshot are feuding. You got Arhennis, and then you got 2 other pairs of people that are feuding with each other. So it's like, surely these guys wouldn't win.
Yeah, you're right. I was confused when the match started because I was distracted, and they introduced everyone kind of separately. So
Yes.
I saw a group of 3, I saw a group of 5, and then I was like, "Who's this other 2?" Like I was even confused on who was on whose team until they went to their corners.
Yeah, I get you. But hey, Dante turned on Killshot, and he spit on him, and Evilise got hurt.
Was that for real?
I assume. I mean, I guess we'll figure out by next week's episode whether or not she's in Aztec Warfare.
See, I kind of got the impression it wasn't. And I'll tell you why, because they kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
Usually they don't always bring up an injury if it's not planned.
Okay, look, I get it. I would agree with that, but the only thing that, has me thinking it's legit, 1, it's Evilise, and 2, the last time, like, Taya got hurt, and they didn't just allude to it, they talked about it very clearly as she was injured.
You're right. I think you're right. And it is Evilise.
They've proven they are not above talking about a legitimate injury. And why wouldn't you,
I wish they would more. I wish, like, in wrestling, like, I always thought it was weird when a wrestler gets injured and they don't use it as part of a storyline.
Yeah.
Like, if someone gets injured in the match, be like, I took out so-and-so and I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Or, just, like, pretend like you're targeting that limb to, like, get, like, a stretcher. Just all kinds of stuff you could do.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if it's clearly something, like, where they need to be taken out. Like, let's say, like, I tear my, ACL, add it like I took this person out. I targeted their limb and I took out their ACL. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't understand why they don't. You can't always incorporate it, but you can definitely incorporate it more often.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, the team of the Martinezes, the Mac, Evilise, and Jeremiah Crane win, and they are all in Aztec Warfare. At least 4 of the 5 of them are. We'll figure out if the 5th is or not. And by the way, we cut to Dario Cueto talking to Matanza through his cage door, and Matanza is ready for war.
Yeah, they said they want him to, and I don't remember the outcome, but it's a very cocky decision to have him go and defend his title. But haven't they always defended their title in this match?
Look, not only defend his title, but defend it from number 1.
Haven't they always defended their title in this match though?
So, okay, well, the first one was to crown the Lucha Underground champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, yes, it was the title was being defended, but that was a very last minute decision by Katrina, who was the proprietor at the time. Mm-hmm. And she made that decision because Mil Muertes had just lost the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the answer is yes, kind of.
Okay. Yes, but it's been, dubious reasons in the past.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I was taken aback. I was like, well, yeah, of course he's got to defend it. They always defend it.
But the point being that Matanza talked.
Yes.
Yeah, and he said war.
It's the only word he knows.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's like an I am Groot situation.
Yeah, or a Pokemon. He can just say his name. But it's war.
Oh my god. I'm imagining him about to hit Wrath of the Gods, and he's just like, Matanza. Matanza, that sort of thing. Oh my God. Anyway, enough about the sitting Lucha Underground champion. Let's talk about the main event. Grave Consequences Trey. What a match, brother.
Incredible match.
Yeah.
We can't even go over the spots, but this is a Puma on the offensive. This is his strong. He's not fighting from underneath, except for when it makes sense.
Yeah.
He is going for blood, and it's just the if you were to ask me which one's the best one, I couldn't tell without going back and watching them all. But this deserves to be. It deserved to be a Grave Consequences match.
Oh, absolutely. By the way, did you like the coffin? The custom-made coffin?
I did. I didn't really. I don't remember it now because it's been.
Bro, it had their
hours.
faces on it.
Oh yeah, it was split in half, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But man, what symbolism and the finish here in that the coffin that Prince Puma ends up in. And yes, Prince Puma ends up in a coffin. How the hell is he going to come back? Oh, wait, I think I have an idea. Anyway, the coffin he ends up in is the same one that Conan was put in as he was laid to rest.
Very fitting.
Yeah, it's very fitting, and it's got to mean something.
It does. Yeah. I like this match in retrospect because Mill needed a big win.
Yes.
And Puma already had his big win.
Mm-hmm.
Completely clean. And this is Mill's signature match. If he had lost this, though.
Well, he's lost it twice, dude.
I know, but if I mean, like, in his current run.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been, like, just like, okay, you're a mid-card now. But no, he just took out Puma, who's the strongest version of Puma.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this, I think they did a great job of building both guys back up, of fixing Mill in one match.
Yes.
And Puma doesn't look any weaker because he fucking got killed.
Yeah, exactly. And he went to war with the face of death. Like, yeah, sometimes you come up short.
Yeah, especially if it's their fucking signature match.
Exactly. You know what's funny, and I had noticed this, but as the procession's being done, Vampiro's smiling.
Yeah, he has a plan. Like, as you alluded to, how will Puma come back? I mean, this was all a coordinated strategy by, a juggalo.
Yeah.
It's the most coordinated strategy you'll ever get. And one that apparently controls, like, vampire cults. And, there's a lot of hot topicry going on here that, if you're in high school, you'll eat up. But
I really hope that if Vampiro can sink his claws further into Prince Puma, that he takes him to a Milli Vanilli concert.
I just want Puma to come out dressed like a juggalo.
Oh my God.
It just comes out and goes whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. He's got a Faygo with him.
He drinks him like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like he cracks him open.
Yes. He's crushing Faygos. He's offering Faygos to people, then he's kicking them in the balls and hitting a 630 on them.
Dude, I'm all for it.
Juggalo Prince Puma. By God, I didn't think we were going to get a gym out of this episode, but we just did.
Yeah, we have to remember to send a clip to Rich.
Yes. I'm going to text you right now. I'm doing it on the air. I don't care. We've gone like 15 minutes, people.
Yeah, and we're both very tired. I had a long shift. And Caleb's getting used to a new shift.
Yes. But when these episodes are this good, like when the episodes of the show are this good, we're gonna speed through them. Like,
yeah, and we're not going to go play by play. I tried doing that in the beginning, and frankly, it kind of takes away from the match for me to watch it again.
Yeah,
and you should watch it, right? Like I'll point out like certain matches or certain spots that are pretty cool.
Yeah. So, man, Juggalo Prince Puma, I love it. So
he comes out in jorts, in an oversized jersey.
Jorts, by the way, that go past his knees, dude.
Every once in a while, he drops a heroin needle.
Oh my God. Yes, dude. Yes, I love it. I love it. Oh man. What would be his theme song? It's got to be ICP, obviously, but which ICP song?
You know what? I don't know a single ICP song because I've tried listening to them and they're so bad.
Yeah.
I've never heard a good ICP song, and I like their movies are so stupid they're funny, but I can't stand their music.
I guess it's gonna be Hocus Pocus. That's their top downloaded one.
Okay, that sounds fun.
I've never listened to ICP because of the Juggalo reputation. That's the show, guys. That's the show, and we're gonna grade it. And this was amazing. I'm giving it an A. It's a well-earned A.
I'm gonna give it an A+ because I really liked. I mean, the opening was great. The middle was a great match too. It just, it followed a previously good match. I mean, even Evilise had a great spot where Jeremiah Crane threw her to do a Hurricane Rana, and she nailed it perfectly. Like this, it might be her best match. Intergender match here. So, and in the final match, like I didn't say much about it, but it's just I don't want to spoil a lot of it. Most of the best parts.
I implore you guys, go back and watch that Grave Consequences 3. It was amazing.
Yeah, any Grave Consequences match is probably the best.
Yeah,
or the safest, best match you can get out of Lucha Underground. Besides the match that's coming up soon, it's a great match. Yeah. Oh, is it next week?
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about a different match.
Oh, never mind.
My favorite match.
Well, I'm talking about Aztec Warfare.
Yeah, I'm talking about a different match.
Okay, gotcha.
If you any Aztec Warfare, any Grave Consequences match, you're in for a good one.
Yeah.
And then a match coming up. Weapons of Mass Destruction match was good.
Yep.
But yeah, I give it an A+ because I think this is probably maybe one of the best matches of season 3.
Yes, for sure.
Or shows.
Well, you're going to send us out this week, aren't you?
Yes, I am. If you're in a group chat with the rest of the Social Suplex podcasters and someone brings up how the views are up and you go out of your way to check and see if the views are up for your show, you might be in for some grave consequences.
Underdog Fantasy is the fastest-growing fantasy app and easiest place to play fantasy sports. Just jump on UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app, draft your team, and that's it. And if drafts aren't your thing, they also have a pick'em game where you can win 20 times your money in a single night. Use promo code RADIO, and Underdog will double your first deposit when you sign up with up to $100 in bonus cash. Deposit $100, get $100 free. That's promo code RADIO. Terms and conditions apply.